All right, good afternoon, all my chemistry students. This is going to be the first podcast here of Chapter 8, and hopefully you have enjoyed all the demonstrations that we have done in class. And this should be a little bit of review of what you've already seen me do. So I'm actually just going to go straight to the homeworks and show you a couple examples from here. So, what you're going to need in front of you is your cation anion sheet. You are also going to need this, your solubility gold sheet, and also your types of chemical reactions so that we can refer back and forth to those. And I see that I've screenshot the wrong homework. We just renumbered them. It's the same. So we're taking a look at homework number 2. So it says, first of all, we want to write the chemical formula for each substance, write the balanced molecular equation. Part C, we're going to indicate whether the reaction is, and you can see all the abbreviations that we have here. And then finally, we're going to use our solubility sheet to indicate whether the reactants in the products are aqueous, solid, liquid, or gas. All very important points. All right, so we talked about in class some of these that are diatomic. Hydrogen gas, chlorine gas. Remember we talked about hydrogen, and then it starts with number 7 and makes a 7. So hydrogen is one of those diatomic ones. So hydrogen gas, I write H2 subscript G to show that it is a gas, plus the symbol for chlorine is Cl, and I look at my diatomic ones, and yes, chlorine is another diatomic, and it is going to yield. So when I see the word yield, I'm going to draw my arrow. Aqueous hydrochloric acid. So hydrochloric acid, when I look at my cation anion sheet, I figure out that it comes from chloride, so it's hydrochloric acid, and this is going to be aqueous because all acids are aqueous. So we write our chemical equation, part B, balance it. So I look on the left side and I have 2 hydrogen and I have 2 chlorine. So if I put a whole number 2 out in front, remember we always balance in front, that gives me 2 hydrogen and 2 chlorine, and so I am balanced on both sides. Now we need to indicate what the reaction is. And I want you to be thinking about that I have a single, even though it's diatomic, a single element plus a single element making a compound. So when I look at my types of reactions, you can see the first one, synthesis. I have 2 single elements making 1 compound. So the first example that I have here is going to be a synthesis reaction. So you can go ahead and write down SY for synthesis, and you are done with the first one. Okay, hopefully that one went well for you. Let's go ahead and finish number 2 here. So as we take it number 2, I have solid copper. So it tells us the phase. Copper, solid form. Aqueous, silver sulfate. So I look up silver is +1, sulfate is -2. Look on your cation anion sheet. And so that's going to give me the formula Ag2SO4. And it tells me that it is aqueous, AQ, and yield, so I draw my arrow. So I have solid copper, aqueous silver sulfate yields solid copper 2 sulfate. So copper 2 is going to be +2, sulfate's -2. So my formula is CuSO4, and it tells us that it's a solid plus solid silver, so Ag solid. Okay, so I did my first step. The next step is I need to balance this. And if I take a look, I have 1 copper on the right. On the left, I have 2 silver. So on the right, I need to make 2 silver there. And I have 1 sulfur, 4 oxygen, 4 oxygen. So it looks like I am balanced just by putting the whole number 2 there. Now I need to figure out what kind of reaction I have. So I have copper with a single element, and I have silver sulfide that is a compound. So let's start from here. Okay, I had a single and I had a compound, so it can't be that one. Decomposition, I'm starting with 1 compound and breaking down. I do not have that. So keep on going. Acid-base reaction, we haven't really talked too much about that. I wouldn't worry about acid-base. And then single replacement. Can you see in the general form that I have a single compound with, or single element with a compound? Single element compound is going to be single replacement, which is what I have in number 2, single replacement. Okay, so there's 2 examples for you. What you need to do now is I'm just going to assign 10 more, so you can choose any 10 of the next ones that you want to do. So you do not need to complete all 16 equations, you just have 10 more to do is your responsibility. All right, have a wonderful night, and I will see you soon in class.